to the grind with the only free MMA channel that fucking matters, Full-Time MMA. And we got some close to breaking news here. Not quite breaking, but the shit just broke. Luke Rockhold is scheduled to return to the Octagon versus David Branch September 16th at UFC Fight Night on Pittsburgh. David Branch, you might be asking, who the fuck is that guy? David Branch is on an 11-fight winning streak. David Branch has 13 wins out of his last 14 fights, and his only loss was to Anthony Rumble Johnson before Anthony Johnson was in the UFC. He lost to Anthony Johnson in 2012 at Titan FC via unanimous decision. But that was a young Anthony Johnson. That was Anthony Johnson before the UFC, and that was the last guy to beat David Branch. David Branch has had 2 stints in the UFC. He has had 1 stint where he went 2-2, starting in 2010, where he went 2-2 and was dropped. It clearly wasn't just because of his record, because he was 2-2. He didn't have a terrible record, but then he went outside of the UFC. He fought in the World Series of Fighting. He fought at Titan FC, Pure MMA, and he went on a winning streak, and now he's back in the UFC. So David Branch is coming off of an 11-fight winning streak, his most recent win in the UFC at UFC 211 versus Krzysztof Jotko. It was a split decision. I don't quite remember if it was a close split decision or not, but either way, it continued the winning streak, pushed him to an 11-fight winning streak, and he's fighting Luke Rockhold, who was the former champion but got knocked out by Michael Bisping. So all I'm saying is, if you can get knocked out by Michael Bisping, you can definitely get knocked out by David Branch. David Branch is 21-3. Luke Rockhold is 22-6. And we know Luke Rockhold's chin is going to be tested. If David Branch is watching tape, he's going to say, okay, I need to hit the spot Michael Bisping hit. So I'm thinking David Branch is going to come in here damn near slugfest, trying to just rock Luke Rockhold. So it's going to be an entertaining fight. It's going to be an exciting fight in my opinion. Now, David Branch is 35 years old, but at the same time, man, he's on a fucking 11-fight win streak. Luke Rockhold's not the youngest spring chicken himself. I don't know his exact age. He's probably, what, anywhere from 29 to 32. I mean, that doesn't really matter. David Branch is on a fucking hell of a run right now, and he's got more power than Michael Bisping. I think we can agree on that. So David Branch has a chance to win this fight. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be after the week after Demetrius Johnson Amanda Nunes card, UFC 215, after Mac May, so it is a while away. But Luke Rockhold is finally scheduled to fight again, and that's good. I'm surprised though. Like, he's being smarter, I guess, than Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman lost his belt, and then he went on to keep fighting top contenders. Luke Rockhold lost his belt, and he's going on to fight guys that not many people know about. Chris Weidman took L's to Gegard Mousasi, Yoel Romero, Luke Rockhold, and Luke Rockhold, he's only taking a loss to Michael Bisping. He ain't even fighting no top contenders right now. He didn't wait on the Weidman match to be finished. Because think about this, Luke Rockhold, if he would have just waited 1 hour, he could have fucking seen Chris Weidman just run. We could have Luke Rockhold versus Chris Weidman rematch, not for the belt, right now at September 16th. Except for Luke Rockhold already fucking scheduled to fight against David Branch. So I don't have too much confidence in Luke Rockhold right now. Instead of waiting on Weidman, instead of waiting on Yoel Romero, instead of wanting to fight Jacare, he's fighting David Branch. And David Branch can touch that chin. So I don't know who I'm going to go with that fight. It's still a long time away, but Luke Rockhold is scheduled for a fight. It is what it is, man. Let the haters know what the fuck you think about Luke Rockhold versus David Branch in the comments, dude. What do you call a deaf gynecologist? A lip reader.